Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas. You're prepared for the new year. It's back to work as usual over here. We had a lot of fun going through all the stuff that had to be shipped out the day after Christmas. Didn't realize the post office was closed. They were open for New Year's or for Christmas Eve, but then they weren't open the day after Christmas. I guess that was their holiday that they were taking. From what I heard, this is supposed to be the last Christmas on a Sunday for like 11 years or something like that. But anyways, I am going to show you guys some consignments. I'm also going to show you guys my rejected. I got a rejected eBay Authenticity Program card. I'm going to show you guys why it was rejected. Then I was sent some stuff in the mail. I really don't know what it is. I might show it briefly at the end. We'll see if I remember. But let's get through some of the consignment stuff. So we have this Articuno here. I hope you guys like the pajamas. My wife bought them for me. I'm not a pajama guy, but man, they're just really comfortable. Got Espion, a lot of CGC, higher but not like top grade stuff. At the very end, we've got some really high end stuff that's in on consignment. A lot of times, I tell people, you might want to make sure that your items are priced over the $100 mark, just so that you get the most out of the consignment. Because I charge 20%. However, if it's below $100, instead of 20%, it's going to be that $20 minimum. So some of these cards I know are not going to hit that $100 mark. I've even had some cards get submitted that don't even hit the $20 mark, and then you go into the negative. So, but right now I think it's just a lot of people just want to move stuff. They don't care. They just want to let it go, get rid of it, and see what price they get out of stuff. Evolution's Charizard, got a Dark Arbok. This is the 1999-2000. And for those of you wondering about the lives, I should have a really nice box on the way in. I don't know why it's not here as of yet. That's the only reason I haven't announced it. So it might be the second week of January before we actually start back into that. We'll just have to see. As for my setup right now, it's still the same. I've got most everything that I need to have for the setup, but a lot of things were delayed, just not shipped out. Some pieces were canceled. So it's a little bit annoying. I still don't really have the space for it, but I'm going to try to make it work. Now, this is the higher end consignment I was talking about. So these four are actually in one listing. This is the Luigi and Mario Pikachu. On the listing, there's actually a mistake. I put Lugia. I put the Lugia Pikachu. The guy, he messaged me. He was like, hey, man, can you change this? But I couldn't change it because there was already bids on it. So I talked to him. I was like, hey, do you want me to end this, or would you like me to keep it up? Normally, I would end a listing that had an error in the title. But I think with this one, since Mario Pikachu's in there, it's probably going to be okay. But the main reason we didn't end it is because the price is already over $5,000. And since it's over that $5,000 mark, my percentage drops down to 10% on the entire thing. So he's going to save a good bit in fees just because it's over $5,000. I guess if it doesn't get paid, then I'll just change it when it gets relisted. But hopefully it works out because those four are sequential. We've got these Poncho Pikachus. Well, no, these are the Pretend Magikarp and Gyarados. I always get the Ponchos and that one mixed up. But these are also sequential. Usually not much of a premium on sequential stuff, but some people do prefer it. You got some Anna Airlines and a Red Pikachu. Now I'm going to show you guys the card that was rejected at the eBay Authenticity Program. I got the email about it. This is how they packaged it. Got this little scan thing here. But they packaged in this. I mean, I think this is fine for packaging. It's what they had on the inside. There's order number, the name of it, all that stuff. It failed verification. And it was this Ancient Mew. When I received the email, they actually did include an explanation saying that it was significantly significantly other than like it was described because it has a crack in the case right here. Now, the reason I was upset, I understand why they rejected it. You definitely don't want to send this out to the buyer being cracked. But they didn't give me any pictures, nothing to claim for insurance. Anything that you send, at least priority on USPS, is going to have a little bit of insurance on it. A lot of people have private insurance. But what most all insurance claims have in common is you have to prove that the item was damaged. And I know that when I sent this out, it was packaged much better than they packaged it, and it was fine because I just got it back from PSA. So they didn't provide any evidence for me to submit any type of claim. So that was very upsetting. I reached out to my rep. They're supposed to be looking into it and see what's going on, but hopefully that is something that changes, because I think that would be a major issue, because these are supposed to be more expensive type items, and if they show up damaged because of what happened in the mail, then they need to be providing, you know, that damage, showing it on the outside of the box or case, whatever it may be. And if it wasn't the post office and they damaged it there, then that's an even bigger issue, because they put it back on me. They took the refund from my account, case escalated against me, and I got a defect for that as well. So it's very upsetting, just from that standpoint, that not that it happened, but that it wasn't really managed in a way that is professional. So hopefully that is something that changes a little bit. I almost expected to get this thing back and it'd be in good condition. They were mad about frosting around the corners, but no, it does has a crack on the case, and I could probably just get this recased at PSA, because I don't think it actually damaged the card. I didn't see an indentation that it went through the other side. Couldn't really see anything on the front, although it would be tough since it's so close to the card itself. But anyways, guys, I'm going to show you guys one more thing. I got this in the mail. They reached out to me. I get sponsorship offers more than I should. Like, honestly, you probably shouldn't use me, you know, for sponsorship on your non-Pokemon items. Like, I don't know what this stuff is. It just looks like sleeves, but I got this huge packet. It's like, I actually saw some emails on this stuff, and I didn't respond to any of them. I just sent them all to spam. And he says you can see these are free samples, but like, I didn't agree to show this in a video. I'm just showing it because they actually sent the stuff and paid for it with, you know, instead of just sending me an email. Because a lot of times I feel like that stuff's it's just scams or whatever. So there was this, a deck slimmer. I mean, it looks pretty decent quality, but I don't have a use for it myself. But I guess your deck goes in there and it fans it out. I'm not really sure on the purpose behind that. Maybe somebody who plays will know a little bit better. But yeah, just connects back together. I'm sure my kids will get some decent use out of this thing. Does that come out? Feels like it should. I can't tell. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it does something else. Maybe it warps. Okay, so you can make it like a regular one, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody here in the comments can tell me what I'm doing wrong on this one. Might come with some directions, but yeah. So I thought I'd just show that at the very end, give you guys a little bit extra. I mean, these sleeves kind of just look like standard sleeves. I think when I had a store, what we used, it's called Dragon Shields. Those were the most expensive. You pay like $10 for a set of 60 or something like that. But the Magic players, they love those things. I never got the appeal. Like, I'd rather have a penny sleeve anyways. It has more room, and you're less apt to damage it when like perfect fit sleeves. I get why people want them if they're like double and triple sleeving, but usually one sleeve is fine. Like, I don't know what you're doing to your card that you need that many sleeves. But let's see how it fits. I mean, that's a pretty tight fit. Like, this would be a good fit for a binder. The only thing that I don't like about regular penny sleeves, which is this size, actually that might not even be a regular penny sleeve, which is this size, is they do have extra room, but it kind of crumples up if you put it into a binder. You can see right there, it's a little bit wider, but you can fit like 16 cards in here if you want to jam a bunch in there. However, these are great for like being able to pull cards out by actually using this tab and getting your finger behind the card, whereas a lot of times if you have these perfect fit ones, you don't have enough room to get your fingers in there without like nicking the top or the front or the back or something like that. But I know a lot of people love perfect sleeve or perfect fitted sleeves and that kind of stuff, and they don't really like this kind. But as my preference for speed and not damaging the cards, usually these work really nice, just regular penny sleeves with a little extra room. But again, they don't look that great if you put them in a binder. If you put them in a binder, something like this I think is about the perfect size, just because it does fit it a little bit slimmer on the sides and a little bit slimmer on the top, so it'll go in there nice and sturdy and it won't crinkle up, but it's not so tight that if you go to get the card out, you're going to damage it. All right, let's see what's in this thing here. It's an outer sleeve. Okay, so this is for, I guess, those of you who want a double sleeve stuff. Let's see if I can see if this will fit on the outside of these. Got a little texture to them, kind of like a dragon shield. Might be an alternative. I guess let's do it right. We're going to flip it upside down and backwards. So now you got the double sleeve. This would be ideal for people wanting to play with a deck or something like that and protect their cards. You're not going to be able to get water in on the top or bottom. You'd have to go through and travel all the way up the card and then down the second sleeve. But it's a nice little fit there, which I'd put the mat on the back so the card was nice and clear. All right, well, so there's my little review of this place that is technically not sponsored. But they sent me some free stuff, so figured why not? Let's throw it at the end of the video